Evan Randy here for Go Midwest Fishing. If you have a camper with a 12-volt compressor fridge, you want to see how long it'll last off-grid, I'm about to test that in the real world. This is part 2. If you saw part 1, I tested it in my shed because I have solar on top and I wanted to see just how long it'd run off the battery alone. And with that I got 4 days and it was still at like 53% charge on the battery. So let me show you my setup. There's my Furrion 8 cubic foot refrigerator. It is pretty fully stocked right now. I've had this plugged in the shed, so it's got full charge on the battery. I pulled it out just about an hour or two ago, and I'm going on a 4 to 5 day trip here. Today it's Friday afternoon, so I'm going to head to North Dakota from Minnesota, make one stop on the way, and then continue on in the morning. And it's going to be solely running off battery and solar power the whole time, and I'm curious to see how long I can go with just that power. Now, if you didn't see part 1, I installed a 280 amp hour lithium battery from Redodo. It's got Bluetooth monitoring, so I can show you right up here. It's currently at 99%. Fridge is pulling like 50 watts, something like that, on and off when it kicks on. And then I installed 400 watts of solar up on the roof. And I did take it out, if you saw my last video, Lake Elmo. I had it out for 2 nights just to kind of test out the camper. And it was cold, so the furnace ran all night long, running the lights, charging some cameras and stuff. And by morning, the battery's down at 85%. And by mid-afternoon, battery's back up to 100%. It was a nice, clear, sunny day, so we had full sun on the solar panels. So yeah, by about 2 o'clock, battery was charged. I was running solely on solar power. So if that continues, I could run indefinitely off this. But today is a little different story. Actually, it's going into evening right now. It's been kind of rainy, a little bit cloudy. There's smoke in the air from the wildfires in Canada, so not quite full sun. But we're going. I'll check it each day and show you how much battery I used each night and then how much it charges to each day to see how long we can go off grid running this refrigerator and basically all the other equipment we have. All right, it's a beautiful Saturday morning. I drove 4 hours last night, stopped halfway here at the Maplewood State Park in Minnesota. Still got about another 5 hours to go to get to the fishing spot, and it is full sun this morning. Look at that. All right, back inside here, battery is currently at 93%. It got cold last night, so the furnace ran quite a bit. Fridge, I drove over on max mode, and then late last night, everything was so cold in there, I turned it down a couple notches. So there's the dial there. It was on max. I just moved it here. Here's the off-grid mode, which I don't think I'm going to need. Everything kind of got tossed around, but everything is super cold yet. Yeah, it's plenty cold in there. And my hash browns in the freezer, frozen solid. Now, as you can see, it's in standby mode, which means it's already fully running everything off solar because the fridge is running right now and it's showing it's not drawing any power. So yeah, 8:16 or in the morning, it is already running off solar. So we got the full sun this morning. All right, it's now Sunday morning. I drove 5 hours yesterday. Cold front came through, went through some rain showers. It was kind of cloudy. Got to the campsite last night and the sun started coming out. It was enough for the solar to recharge the batteries up to 100% yesterday. Now this morning, it got down to about 90%. I think it's at 92% right now. It's 8:25 in the morning, and it's super windy out and mostly cloudy at the moment. But solar panels are good enough that they're already charging the battery, so I should be back up to 100% here before we know it. All right, a quick check on our power situation. Fridge is running right now. It's just after 6 p.m. and battery's at 99%, and everything's running off solar still, and it's quite cloudy out. There's a big rain shower storm just north of us, just gonna miss us, but yeah, not direct sunlight or anything, and it's powering everything off it, and battery's almost fully charged. All right, it's Monday morning, down to 87% on the battery, and it's just sun starting to peek out, and we're just kind of on the edge of starting to charge with solar now. But I want to show you something. Fridge, everything is really frozen yet. And in here I turned the dial down actually to right there. You can look, there's actually ice on the back wall right here, and some of our drinks in the back were getting frozen. So actually I had to turn it down. I thought I was going to need more, but yeah, I think I may even turn it down a little more, keep things from actually freezing in here. So fridge works really well. I think most of the bad weather has moved through and we should have more clear skies today, so heck, by noon we should be back up to 100% again. Right, Tuesday morning at the new campsite. We moved last night, so I still got a pretty open sky. Battery's at the lowest I've seen it yet. Yeah, it's not even 7 a.m. and it's at 80%. But sun's peeking up over there. I suspect it should be filled back up here soon. Just finished a 6-hour drive back to Minnesota at a new campsite now, and you can see there's trees all shading here. But battery's back up to 98%, and so this will be the first campsite we had with shaded trees, so we'll see what that does to it tomorrow. Okay, day 6, last day. I just arrived back home. I got up about 8 a.m. this morning, sat in a kind of a tree-covered campsite. Then I drove from about 9 a.m. till 1 o'clock, but 4-hour drive home anyway. So I'm home now. It's almost 2 o'clock, and you can see we're at, 92%. So in a shaded campsite, all the way home, it's been overcast skies. Got a lot of smoke kind of in the air from wildfires. So didn't get a lot of direct sun, but we're back up to 92%, and I'm sure if I just left it outside, we'd be probably fully charged here by evening. So, all right, I just want to show you something on the fridge here. I did have to go. I moved it to went from here. Well, I should have. I started on max mode, then moved it to about there, and then ended up on the off-grid mode because my stuff in here started to freeze. So the refrigerator works really well, and over several days it just kept getting colder and colder, so I had to keep turning it down and ended up on the off-grid mode, which is a good place to keep it for sustained operation. But start out in max mode, help get it cool, and then turn it down as needed. Okay, my biggest concern with buying a new camper is they come with 12-volt fridges, and I was afraid it would suck my battery dry in just a day or two. And well, I just proved that with the proper setup, we could run this thing indefinitely as long as you have about 5 hours of direct sunlight each day. Even the partly cloudy days seemed to work. As long as I had over the entire day, it fully charged the battery back up. All right, just to recap, I am running a Redodo 280-hour lithium battery with Bluetooth, so I've been able to monitor it. And then the camper comes with 200 watts of solar. I added a second panel, so I have 400 watts of solar, and that seems to be plenty. Even on days where, say, I'm in the trees or not getting any sun at all, the battery is big enough to run. I proved that on my first video. I ran it for 4 days straight and still had half a battery left. So I can go a few days without any sun, and as long as I get sun every day or two, I'm good to go. So don't be afraid to get a 12-volt refrigerator. As long as you have it set up properly with a big enough battery and enough solar on top, you should be just fine. And I am super happy with this setup. All right, if you've been wondering how long you can run a 12-volt fridge, I hope this helped answer a few questions. I'll be getting on some links here real soon, so we'll see you in the next video.